Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? My name's
Good.
Marielle.
Thank you. Thanks for coming in. How's your trip down?
It was good. How
Great.
was yours?
It was not too bad. No traffic here. My office is right here.
Okay, so here's my business card.
Oh, thank you. And here's mine. There you go.
Great, thanks.
You're welcome.
So your secretary said that we have 10 minutes for this meeting. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
sorry, I have a hard stop right after.
Okay. Is anyone else going to be joining us, or is it just us?
Just us today.
Okay, great.
Yep.
So how was your weekend?
Weekend was great. Yeah.
Great.
Unfortunately, it's Monday again, but it was nice to have some time off.
Yeah, that's great. So I know we only have 10 minutes for this meeting. I was wondering if it's okay if I take notes.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, great, thanks. So I want to better understand your company and why you, how you learned about us and why you're interested in learning more about Acquia.
Sure. So, right off the bat, we were working with Lightwave. They actually mentioned great things about you. So I wanted to reach out and get a better feel for what you guys had to offer, and kind of the overall is SPO. We live launched our site in 2001. We were seeing fantastic traffic. We have around 500 million visitors and 100,000 unique visitors. What we're looking to really do is keep that traffic, but we've been noticing lately that it's dropping.
Okay.
So we need to kind of get to the bottom of that.
Okay, great. So I know you were interested in learning about our platform, but could you tell me a little bit about the platform that you currently have on your site right now?
Sure. So we're currently utilizing Drupal, which is an open source content management system.
Okay.
Okay,
great. So with the platform that you have, could you tell me where you are right now and what your future plans for the site are?
Sure. Well, where we are right now is, we're happy with the content that we have. We think we're really strong in that area.
Okay.
But what we're having difficult doing is kind of keeping people on our site.
Okay.
And kind of clicking through.
Okay, great. So I know you said that you're having a problem keeping people on your site. Could you tell me what your main concerns with the viewership are, though, where you think things are going wrong with that?
Sure, they're not as engaged as much as they used to be. We used to see a lot longer time spent on site,
Okay.
whereas people are kind of coming on and then quickly leaving. They're not really, going through click-throughs. They're not. It seems like they're not really finding what they're looking for, so then they're just leaving.
Okay. With regards to engagement, what do subscriptions mean to your site? You said that no one's really staying on the site, but when people do subscribe to you, what does that mean to your company with regards to you growing?
Sure. So subscriptions is actually, a big part of our revenue intake. So, it's important for us to continue getting these subscriptions, or else, it's going to be quite alarming for our future as a company.
Okay. So I know you talked about subscriptions and how it's helping you with revenue, or how it will help you with revenue, and viewership needs to be more increased. But what ultimately do you think is preventing you from your desired state on SEO?
Sure. Well, our desired state is, of course, making revenue, and another part of our, revenue is advertising ads.
Okay.
And it's really hard to get advertisers to pay more for click-throughs when our traffic is dropping.
Okay.
So the more traffic we have, the more we can charge for advertising.
Okay. Do you think you could talk to me a little bit about the regionally based content that you have, or you're looking to have on your site, and the type of customization you want to give your viewers?
Sure. So the customization that I want to give my viewers is I want them to see what's relevant to them. And all these regional based websites are popping up where it's just focusing on their area. So of course they're going to go there because they know they're going to find their the stories that they're looking for. So what I'd like to do is be able to have those stories automatically appear for that user.
Okay, great. So just to summarize things that you've told me about on your site, you talked about engagement and how you want to make sure that people come to your site, stay on your site, and come back. You talked about how subscriptions are really key to your revenue. You also talked about how you want more traffic on your site, and that you want to make sure that everything the content that people are seeing on your site is relevant to them and specific to what they're interested in, which will overall make your site better. So how would you feel about transforming SEO into a site that hits all these points that will ultimately gain more viewers to your site and gain more revenue through click-through rates, viewership, subscriptions, and conversions?
That would be great. I mean, that's, ultimately kind of our end goal here. So that's what we're looking for.
Okay, great. So I think that Acquia Lift honestly will be one of the best solutions for you to consider. Acquia Lift is a digital platform that helps businesses customize their content for their viewers. So for example, when you're on sites like Amazon, they show you they show viewers things that they're interested in or previously looked at. So when people go to SPO, if they're interested in basketball or football, things that will pop up on that site will show them basketball, football related things because they had previously been clicking through and keeping track of what the viewer was looking at. So Acquia is really well known for that and is one of the best businesses for your site to take advantage of, and will help you with all the things that you're looking for.
Great. So have you worked with any other similar organizations that I can kind of relate to?
Yeah. One site that we've worked with is Elle Magazine, and with Elle Magazine, they've seen a 20% increase in page views, which is great, and they were very happy with that. Also, Toronto Life has seen a 4 times increase in subscriptions and an 8 times increase in page views. So they were very happy with the results in that. And I think what Acquia delivered to them really increased their revenue in general.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions for me?
Yeah, so my team's really busy right now. What's the implementation look like?
Yeah, so that's one of the biggest concerns when people are implementing a platform into their site. But I can tell you that it only takes 2 to 3 days to get this installed into your site, and that we don't just sell it to you and leave. We'll make sure that we have a training team that will help your web designers make this process as easy as possible.
Great, and how much does this tool cost?
Yeah, so it really depends on what your strategy is set out to do. So in further meetings, we could discuss more about what exact strategy you guys are looking for. But Acquia Lift ranges from anywhere from $30,000 to $300,000. So, but one thing we focus on is the return on investment. So what type of return are you guys looking for?
I mean, we're looking to kind of get out of the red here and get back up to the green and get back to our 500 million page views per month.
Right. So we could definitely work towards that goal and guarantee that if you do invest in our company, I'm pretty sure and positive that we could do that for you.
Great.
Great. So the next step would be probably setting up a meeting with someone who is going to make the decision with you, and it would be awesome if you could sponsor me in this meeting because I feel as though you have learned more about Acquia and you know what it's all about.
Absolutely, yeah, I think that would be important for me to get my boss, and I think it may actually even be good to grab my boss's boss for the meeting and maybe possibly even a demo so we can see it in action.
Yeah, sure, that would be awesome. So does next week at 1 o'clock on Thursday work for you?
That works perfect.
Okay, great, thanks.
All right.
It was nice to meet you.
Great, thank you very much. Thanks for coming down.
Thank you.